Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. So let me give you a short intro about the strategy first. So before we get started, let me give a short intro about the strategy. So what we are talking about here is the 52-week high-low strategy. So most of you would have known this particular strategy. Some of you might be trading, some of you might be doing paper trades. So to put it in simple terms, this 52-week high and low strategy is based on the stocks that are hitting new 52-week high or low on that particular trading day. So for example, for tomorrow's trading, what we'll be doing is like we'll be taking the stocks that has hit the new 52-week high or low on the previous trading day, that is last Thursday. So first thing is to filter down the stocks that has hit new 52-week high or low. And okay, so I think we are good. Sorry about that. So the second step is like you'll have to filter down the stocks that has bounced from the new 52-week high or low. For example, one stock had hit 52-week low on a particular day. Then what we have to do is like we'll have to see whether that particular stock bounced from that particular 52-week low. So it has made a new 52-week low, but it has bounced at least 1% from that new low. It denotes there is still a lot of strength left in the stock. So in that case, what you have to do is like you have to go long on that particular stock. So generally speaking, you should go for positional longs in those scripts. And when you go for positional longs, your target will be 3 to 5% from the entry level. Entry level, we'll talk about it in a later point. So generally speaking, if you trade such stocks, it should be a positional trade. And in general, your target will be 3 to 5% from your entry levels. And your stop loss should be 1% from the day's low. So it is as simple as that. So it is purely a positional trading strategy. But you can make money with this strategy using intraday as well. So when you move to intraday, in general, your targets and stop loss should be 1% from your entry level. So it is not 1% from the new 52-week low. Your stop loss should be 1% from the entry, and your target should be 1% from your entry as well. So it will be an 1:1. But since the success ratio of this strategy is very high, you can still make a lot of money with 1:1 risk reward. So this is the basic of this particular strategy. So to talk about key questions that I have got so far is like, one is on the entry, which we will talk about in a short while. And the second thing is on the list of stocks that can be traded. So you can trade on any stock, like you can trade on any cash stock which is fundamentally strong. So the reason behind taking the FNO stocks on priority for the strategy is to ensure that those stocks are at least fundamentally strong or at least somewhat reliable. So the 200 stocks or 200 odd stocks that we have in the FNO segment is really at least reliable stocks. So maybe there are a few stocks that that are not really good, but still most of the stocks in FNO are fundamentally strong, and it is highly reliable and highly liquid. So we generally use only those stocks for this particular strategy. But it can be used on any stock which is fundamentally strong and it is not news based. Like currently, the PNB is, even though it is it's a highly reliable stock, it's one of the public sector bank stock. There is a lot of news that is coming out. There are a lot of other issues that is happening. So in that case, you're not supposed to trade, PNB using this strategy or any other strategy. So such stocks you'll have to avoid trading using this strategy. So that is first thing. So second thing is like, that stock should be fundamentally strong. In that case, you can use any, simply speaking, you can use any stock from NSE to trade on this strategy. And third and very important thing, I always suggest to trade only in equities, cash, and not in futures. Though I am, posting few screenshots where some of our members are doing future trades, it is highly risky, and it is totally not advisable. If your capital supports, you can very well go ahead and do it. But just because I'm putting a screenshot there, don't use just 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs, whatever you have, and don't trade based on this strategy in futures. You can very well advise, you can very well do this in cash. In the last video itself, I have suggested 2 to 4 weeks of paper trading. If you're not comfortable with paper trading, or if you don't have the patience, you can trade these stocks in cash with very few amount for 2 to 4 weeks. So the reason behind I'm asking you to trade these stocks for 2 to 4 weeks is like, if you trade on the same strategy for 2 to 4 weeks, you will get to know the strategy better. You can refine the strategy on your own, and you can, build something new around this strategy. So most important reason behind all this is, you know when is the right time for entry using this strategy if you trade for 2 to 4 weeks continuously using this strategy. So that is the main reason I'm asking you to, be slower for the first 2 to 4 weeks. And once you get used to this particular strategy, you'll automatically find entries. In the first day or in the first few weeks, it will be very difficult for you to identify the right entry. But if you start doing the same job for 2 to 4 weeks or something like that, then you'll automatically find good entries. So that is the ultimate reason. So with that all being said, I'll move on to the queries section. So let me take the queries from your end first, and then I can move on from there. Okay. So I'm going to just scroll up, and I'll look for queries. So the first query, so what I'm going to do is like, I'm going to read the query first, and then I'm going to answer it so that everyone gets the answer properly. Okay. So first thing is, can we use the strategy for intraday trading? Yes. Yes, Rohit, you can very well use the strategy for intraday trading. So as I mentioned earlier, your targets and stop loss should be 1% from your entry levels. Okay. So for intraday, how to calculate target and stop loss? So this I have already answered. So your target and stop loss for intraday should be 1% from your entry levels. So will this 52-week high or low strategy work out irrespective of the market trend? Do we need to confirm the trade using RSI or super trend or any other indicators? Rajesh, to answer this question, it is like, you can use the strategy irrespective of the market trend, like whether it is a flat or bull or bear market. You can use it in the any way that you want, and it works out in all kind of markets. Only thing is like, you'll have to, for example, if there is a gap down, then you have to use the 52-week low stocks first, because we are going long. So if there is a gap down, and if market seems to be covering, then you should definitely go for the 52-week low stocks. Whereas if the market is open gap up, and if the market looks to go down and fill that gap, then you have to go for 52-week high stocks. So the general advice here is like, You all, I hope you all would have known something like open, high, low strategy. So if open of the market is equal to high, and if it stays still that way for the first 15 minutes, so the simple thing is like the market will definitely go down. It happens most of the time. Likewise, if open is equal to low, and if the market maintains that open equal to low value for the first 15 to 45 minutes, then it denotes the market will definitely go up. So what I would suggest is like wait for the market to open, wait for the max 10 minutes, and see whether market is trading at open equal to high or open equal to low. So if market is trading at open equal to high, then it will definitely go. Likewise, if it is the market the market high of the day is equal to open, then the market will definitely come down. In that case, you can use your 52-week high stocks. So these are it is like you have to watch the market for a few days, and once you start doing it, you'll automatically get used to this. So it's like you have to do a lot of practice. So just make sure you are spending time on the strategy for a few days. So you'll automatically able to make money irrespective of the market trends. And the second item is on the indicators. So I generally don't use any indicators, but if you are good at some indicators, if you have been using it for a long time, maybe you can go with it. But one thing that I would advise you to add is like the floor pivots. So if you go to any charting platform, you'll have something called pivot points. So what you can do is that you can use the pivot points, and you can use the pivot points as support and resistance to trade. So if you are going to do it for intraday, floor pivots or general pivots can be used along with this strategy. So that is one another thing you could use, but this strategy as a standalone item will work beautifully. So you don't have to actually rely on any indicators. So link to the file. So the files are nothing but the calculators. So if you want the calculators, what you can do is that you can go to the 52-week high-low video, and you can download it from the description section of that particular video. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to look in the channel, or you don't have to look in the Telegram. So that is all. So to answer the next question, so can we add both filters in the sheet? Yeah, I mean, if you're good at Excel, you can put both the items in single sheet, and you can very well use it going forward. So that can be done, Rohit. So you can do it. So I cannot understand 52-week low can be a buy or sell. So KO 52-week low. So if the stock has made a 52-week low, then if you're going, so if the stock has made a 52-week low, and if it has bounced, and if it has been filtered in our stocks, then you should buy it. It's not sell. Likewise, if the stock has hit 52-week high and it has dropped 1% on the previous day, then you should short it the next day. So it is a sell. So hope you got the answer, okay? So, Sumit, I'm seeing that Sumit has already answered. Thanks for that, Sumit. So yes, gap up and gap down normal. I will cover it, at the last. So okay, Sumit is helping a lot of people here. Thanks again. So for intraday, what would you do? Like whether you buy or sell on the 52-week high low. So to put it in simple terms, if it has been filtered for the 52-week low, if the stock has hit 52-week low and if it has bounced, you should buy. And if the stock has hit 52-week high and if it has dropped 1% the previous day, you should short it the next day, whether it can be intraday or it can be positional. So as you all know, the positional shorting can be done only through futures. So I don't advise you to do it. So that question is done. Let's move on to the next one. Sumit is actually answering a lot of questions. Okay, the next one is from Akhil. So kindly create a chat platform on Telegram so that the members can discuss the entry and exits. I understand that you have the time constraint, but even with your minimum value addition, you learn a lot. Akhil, this is actually there's some work going on this particular front. You'll get to hear the good news very soon, Akhil. This can very well be done. And let's move on to the next one. This particular monthly trend reversal levels has already been provided in the channel, so you can go ahead and very well download it from our Telegram channel, Prakash. So Saradi, can you rephrase your question? I couldn't able to understand it. So, the long and short Excel sheet is actually been available in the description section of that particular video itself. So you can just go ahead and download it, and then you can start using it directly. So if that is what that is not your actual question, then please do rephrase it and post it again. So you don't have to go beyond the behind the charts, Ravikumar. So the question is like, if possible, please share some charts for clear understanding. So Ravi, as I said, this is actually totally based on a simple, it's actually a very simple strategy. You don't have to look very deep into the charts to understand it or use it. But if you are a chart reader, you can very well go with your current understanding, and you can use those as confirmation points. But in general, you don't have to do much with respect to the charts for trading this strategy. So how do you place a stop loss for positional trades? So my broker Zerodha won't allow, I guess. The trading terminal issues are. I don't think it should be discussed at this point here, Rajesh. You can, even if though it is a positional trade, even if your broker is not allowing you to place stop loss, until the trade gets complete, I think you can go ahead and, place either targets or stop loss, and you may have to monitor it on a periodic basis. So that should be the way, Rajesh. So the next question, so it is again from Akhil. So I have the three entry ideas. The entry point at 3:20 p.m. the day before, 9:15 a.m. next morning, and entry according to the price action as and when it warrants. So option C, third option should be the good one. Your entries should be according to the price action. So it is like, you should watch the market keenly for the first 10 or 15 minutes, and then when you feel the right entry, for example, right, for the 52-week low, if the market opens at the same price it has closed, that is 1% above the 52-week low, what you can do is like, you can wait till it drops 0.5% again, and then you can use it as an entry. So like, for example, if the stock, closes at 100, so your 52-week, new 52-week low is at 99, you can wait for a 0.5% drop. So 0.5% drop, which is 50 paise. So you could enter at 99.5. So that could be the right entry. So you wait for a bit of retracement from the close, a bit of drop from the base, to put it in clear terms. So for example, if the stock is closed around 100, wait for a bit of drop. You can enter at around 99.5 or 99.6 levels. So the next question, so that is from Prakash. So if doing intraday, do we need to consider support and resistance and adjust the stop loss and target accordingly, or simply follow 1%? So to put it in simple terms, your entry, your stop loss and target should be 1% from the entry. So the key here is to find the right entry levels, Prakash. So that is the key thing here. So you have to find the right entry. So to talk about right entry, if you are doing intraday, if you want to enter a trade, as I mentioned earlier, you can put the pivots like floor pivots. So if you put the floor pivots, what happens is like it will give you the support and resistance levels for that particular day, or to put it in simple terms, for intraday trading. So if your entry matches with, if you have already calculated an entry level, or if you are, waiting for a small bit of drop, and if that particular drop area matches with, the pivot support or resistance, then you can very well enter at that particular level. So by default, your entry will be one of the support levels. So if you are going long, it will, that particular resistance will hold. So that would be the safe thing to do. So in addition to this strategy, you can add, if you are good at, price action, you can add the support and resistance levels. Otherwise, what I would suggest you to do is like, you can add the floor pivots, and you can use it as along with this particular strategy. So the next item is on, next question is from Kiran. Can we apply this strategy to buy call or put options? Kiran, options is a dangerous thing. It is an entirely different animal. You have a lot of, you need to, learn a lot before trading in options. Yes, you can very well, buy calls and put options based on this strategy. If provided if you have a very good knowledge in options, if you have a very good understanding on the time decay, and if you have a very good understanding on, the premium eating things, and other basic option trading strategies. And one most important thing is like, if you are really good at this strategy, if you are able to make consistently money from it during the cash positional trading. So if you are really good at all these things, then you can very well use it to buy call option and put option. That is a very good question. That is where you should actually focus on. But before that, you have to get familiar with all the option basics, and you should master this strategy in positional cash trading. So then you can very well go and do it in options. Okay, the next question is from Santosh. Can you provide an Excel which has both 52-week high and low filter? Santosh, it is a very simple thing, right? You just have to copy that formula and put it in. We have two different sheets for 52-week high and low. Just have to copy that particular formula and put it in one of the in the next column. It's as simple as that. So I hope you can very well do it from your side as well. But if you are not able to do it, just have to mail me, or you have to just ping me. I'll give you an Excel file. I think one of our fellow members has done that, so it should be fine. So the next question is from Satish. So thanks for asking the question, Satish. So considering the Excel formula to find the 52-week low trading strategy, days low of the stock should be equal to 52-week low value. Can this be adjusted as equal or lower than? No, it cannot be adjusted. For example, if you it is actually not possible. For example, if the stock has made new 52-week low, so your new 52-week low, the latest 52-week low of that stock will be same as your day's low. So there is no point in changing this filter. Even if you do, it won't make a difference. You can try it on your own, because if a new 52-week low is made today, so that particular low, the low of today will be equal to the 52-week low of that particular stock automatically. So it cannot be lower than 52-week low. I hope you understand this point. If not, let me know. I'll explain it again. Okay, thanks. So the next item is from Sumit. So let me read it out. So if a stock made a 52-week low and retraced back, and the next day it opened gap up, and we have to wait till 10 a.m. because it opened gap up, and if the stock already moved on a 2%, or the move open price can. Okay, to rephrase this question, so if a stock has made a 52-week low and it has retraced 1% in the same day, it would have been filtered it out in our list of stocks to trade for the next day. So when the market opens the next day, if this particular stock is having a gap up of 1 or 2%, what should we do? So simple thing is ignore or wait for the retracement, and you should buy it around the you can ignore that particular stock. It's a direct answer, and you should wait till the stock drops to previous day's close. So the previous day's close level will be a good entry level in this particular case. Yes, you can still enter it at the previous day's closing price limit. So that is the answer. So the next question is from Sharat. So for intraday, if I want to enter at 10 a.m., but if it is already raised 2% from opening, can I enter even after the price rise? So for intraday, if I want to enter at 10 a.m., but if it is already raised 2% from opening, can I enter? No, if the stock has raised 2%, you are not supposed to enter it, because even if target is 3 to 5%. So you should wait for a retracement and then you can enter at the next low. So that can be done, Sharat. So can we use the strategy with no, like you don't have to go for any other strategy along with this. So this will work like a charm as a standalone item. Do you have a coding of such strategy for Zerodha-Pi? No, I don't have a coding for this particular one in Zerodha-Pi. You are very welcome to develop it, Harish, and if you have done it, please do let me know. Maybe you can share it with the fellow followers here. So thanks for bringing that up, Harish. So do we have any scanner for this, or do we have any PTSD strategy also? The scanner for this is already being provided in the description section of that strategy video itself. So you can go ahead and download it. PTSD strategy, we will talk about it on some of the future, one of the future videos. So the next question is from Ajmal. So how to identify stock with good price going to fall? Going to fall. In intraday, in case of NSE top gainers and losers, in case of losers also, how to identify stock that is going to reverse. So this is totally, this question is totally out of context of the particular session. So to put it in simple terms, so basic thing, if you want to trade positionally, I would suggest to go for the price action trading. So you should mark the zones that have the good demand. So it is going to take. I mean, I have explained this about in the previous Q&A session as well. So the basic thing is that you have to go for price action trading. So you should mark the demand and supply levels, and if there is a top loser, and if the stock is at demand zone, then you can really go ahead and buy that particular stock. It will definitely reverse. So the question 2, that is again from Akhil Sharma. So in your opinion, over the long term, what would be the better choice? Booking in full at the very first point of the price hesitates, or pot booking at pot booking a quantity at the target and booking rest at quantity 3. So we have talked about. The question is basically on how to book the profits, whether you should book at full or whether you should part book the profits. So I would definitely suggest to part book the profits. So whenever your price hits 1%, book 75% of it, and the trial stop loss for the remaining 25% of your stocks. So that is the basic thing, I think. So the next thing is like like most of the time the stocks will move up till the end of the day. That is a valid point, Akhil. So you should definitely try stop loss for 25% of your quantity, but you should definitely book profits for 75% of your quantity at your first target, so that you don't have to stay tensed all the day or throughout the day. So the next question is from Vinod. Before answering, before going through this question, I would like to thank you, Vinod. Thanks a lot for answering a lot of questions in YouTube. And you are one of the followers from starting of this channel. So I really appreciate the work that you are doing. So thanks a lot, Vinod, for all the contribution that you have done for the channel. So moving on to the question, I suggest the participants to apply the strategy for at least a month and then ask question. Then yes, yes, exactly. Like his suggestion from Vinod is like you should start using this strategy for at least 2 to 4 weeks, and once you use it, you'll understand this reason behind this particular strategy. You'll also understand the when you will get the best entry levels. So once you do it for 2 to 4 weeks, you'll automatically get all your questions answered. So if you haven't started with it, go start now and start doing it. Thanks for bringing that point again here, Vinod. I really appreciate that. For any strategy, you should at least practice with it for 6 months to know it in and out. So 2 to 4 weeks is a very short time. So I would suggest to do paper trade or small quantity trades in the first 2 to 4 weeks. You'll understand the entries better. Then you can increase your positional sizing, and then you can take it from there. So thanks Vinod for bringing that up. So the next question is from Batman Knight. Okay, Batman Knight. Cool. So the question is like, I have a question in placing order. If I buy 5K to 10K stocks in intraday, can I be able to do it in one go, or it becomes difficult to buy or sell those shares in the same day? So first thing you have to do is like, if you're going to buy 5 or 10K stocks, make sure if you are taking any trades, any intraday trades, it should not be more than 5% of your total capital. So that any trade that you do should not go beyond 5% of your total capital. So if you, with that capital, with the 5% of your total capital, if you are able to buy 5 to 10K stocks in intraday, you can very well do that. Make sure you're not using too much of margin. That is again risky. For example, if you have 1 lakh rupees and if you have 10x margin, you'll have 10 lakhs. And if your stop loss is 1,000 rupees for 1 lakh rupees, like if it is 1%, if your stop loss is 1% of the total amount, even then you'll lose a lot of money. So to put it in simple terms, don't use too much margin. So that is totally dangerous. But if you want to go for huge quantity, then you have to go for highly liquid stocks. So among the 212 stocks, you will again have to filter down the stocks that is highly liquid. Then you can those stocks you can trade with 5K and 10K quantity. So the next question is from Tushar. The data which we got from NISC's website is a futures data or equities data stock listed in futures? That's a very good question. I hope a lot of you have, a lot of the members around here have this question. So the data that we download from the link that I have provided is the data of the cash price of the stocks that is listed in the futures. So that is your the second part of your query is the answer. So the data is for the stocks that is listed in futures, but the price is actually the equity or cash or spot price. So it's a pleasure working with you, Vinod sir. So moving on to the next question. Please tell how to take trades in Bank Nifty by looking at the option chain data. So Mufil, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. So to answer this question, I want you to go through the Bank Nifty option chain OA analysis video first, and then we have another video on how to trade Bank Nifty and Nifty in intraday using the levels that is being posted in the channel on daily basis. So go through those two videos. Q&A session for the Bank Nifty option chain trading is coming up. So we'll talk more detailed about Bank Nifty at that particular point. So again, another question from Tushar. So the question is on, can we use a strategy real-time copying or automated data update from MSC website? So that you don't have to use any real-time data. Like you have to download the end of the day data, and you have to put it in the tracker, and it will give you the stocks to trade for next day. So it's as simple as that. So you don't have to use any real-time data tracking for this strategy to show. Hope this answers your question. Super. So the next item is from Syed. So he booked 1.5% profit on Bharat Forge on Thursday. So I'm very happy to hear that, Syed. But stick to the same positional sizing for the next 2 to 4 weeks, and start using this strategy consistently on day-to-day basis. You'll definitely reap the rewards. So the next item is from Manomi Banerjee. So could you please provide the 52-week high-low stocks in the morning like before? It will be very much helpful to us. I minted 5% in Mindtree last week. Yes, I'll definitely be providing the 52-week high-low stocks every day going forward. So since we have the session, I thought we'll do it live. But I got some error when I opened the Excel sheet. So I couldn't able to do it live today, but definitely I'll provide the list, every day. Thanks, Manomi. Thanks for that question. So I think we have answered all the questions. Any questions from anyone else, guys? Okay. Next one is from Akhil. Thanks for the session. Would like to tell you that we all love the sound of your voice. It gives a sense of security and makes us feel positivity. Thanks, Akhil. Thanks for those great words. There's a fun part in the end as well. Okay. Thanks, Akhil. The ultimate aim here is to make you feel positive. So as I mentioned in the previous video, staying positive is very, very important to success. So when you are taking up any trades, you should only think about your target and not the stop loss. I know I'm talking very different from others, but that is what I really follow. I'll never think about stop loss, because if I think about stop loss, my trade will hit stop loss. So your thoughts are very much important when it comes to trading. So if you think positively, it will definitely happen. So always think about the target and not your stop loss. Thanks for those great words. So the next item is on Manjunath. So yeah, even I feel really good that we didn't had any problem during today's session. Yeah, that really made me happy as well. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Manjunath. Thanks for that. So Tushar, the next question is where we get this data for all the stocks instead of using only F&O listed stocks. So you can get it from MSC site itself. On daily basis you can go and download it under archives, daily archives. So just Google it like MSC equity archives data. You can do it, you can get it, or otherwise you can very well use the Google Sheets to extract the data. So even that is possible. I think a few of our friends, few of our members here in our channel has done it. So you can very well go and use the Google Sheets to take the data to show. So let me know if you're not able to do it. Maybe I'll help you. I'll redirect it to one of our members here. So the next item is from Rohit. How to select and do analysis for the first assignment. Okay, I'm really glad that you asked the question, because I'm wondering how many of you are actually doing that assignment. Best thing I would say is I have already given you the reversal point for all the stocks in the form of monthly trading levels. So you can select any stock and you can use the monthly levels to to watch the movement. Those monthly levels should actually work as support and resistance. So you can very well use the monthly levels as a base for that assignment, and you can start tracking one stock based on the monthly levels provided. Hope that answers your question, Joey. And the next question is from Rajesh. So, can you explain how we predict a stock's range and direction for the stock selected for the assignment? So, so the range for any stock is based on, I mean, you can either go for average true range, that is ATR indicator that will give you a number, for example, 5 or 10. So, for example, if it gives you 5, it denotes the stock will move 5 rupees. So you can get the range directly from ATR, or you can check the high and low of that particular stock for the last 5 trading days, and then you can take an average of the difference between high and low. That can serve as the range for that particular stock. And to talk about the direction for the stock, so you can use the monthly trading levels sheet to predict the direction of that particular stock as well. So that answers your question, Rajesh. If it is not clear, do let me know. So coming back to Rohit's question, can you please share the monthly levels? Oh, okay, it is already available in the channel. I'll repost it today, Rohit. Sure, I'll do it. So next item is from Harry Selvan. Can you please provide the link to download the monthly trading level sheet? I couldn't find it in the blog. Will the sheet change for every month? Yes, this particular sheet changes every month, so I haven't posted it in the blog. It is available in the channel. You can search with the word monthly, you'll automatically get it. Anyway, I'll repost it today. So after the session, you can just go ahead and download it. I'll repost it after the session. And Tushar, back to Tushar's question. For tomorrow, there is a Mr. Cleland and Chola Finance stocks are 52-week high going, 52-week high. Going to short tomorrow and do the whole homework we have to do for the stocks today. So, okay, to rephrase this question, so I think we have filtered down the Shirkliner and Chola Finance stock based on the 52-week high strategy today. What should we do? Do we have to do another analysis on these stocks today so that we'll be better prepared tomorrow? So, Tushar, that is a real good question. So, the first thing is like for any stock that you are going to filter it down, do check whether there is any other news that is coming out. For example, any results that is coming out tomorrow, or since this is not a result season, there won't be any results. But whether there is any other news, so you can use money control to check the next set of events that is going to happen on any of these stocks. So that is the only thing that you will have to do, and then if there is no other news, then what you can do is that you can open the chart of that particular stock, and you can put the pivot points, and you can see what is the immediate support and resistance level. For example, if it is a 52-week high stock, check whether where is the next resistance level. That should work as the proper entry level for the stock. So I'm repeating myself. So only thing you have to do is that you can put the floor pivots and check where is the immediate resistance level for the 52-week high stocks. That would serve you as a good entry, maybe 1 or 2 rupees, maybe I don't want to talk it in rupees, maybe 0.5% from that particular resistance level, 0.5% down or 0.5% below that particular resistance level can serve as a real good entry. So I hope that answers your question, Tushar. Yes, no, it's like I have something wrong with my system, so I'm not able to open charts, or I'm not able to open Excel. So I'm not really able to do it, Tushar. Maybe I can do a small video on it, and I'll upload it after the session, or in the next 2 or 3 days. So you can go ahead and have a look at it, Tushar. So hope that helped. And for to answer Anand's question, so this is like whether this particular video will be uploaded after the session. Definitely, Anand, this video will be uploaded. Though you have joined late, maybe you can go and watch the session and to sort out your any of the questions that you have. So, Rohit, as I mentioned earlier, I can't open chart at this moment. It will be, I mean, if you open any chart, it can be any platform. One thing you have to do is like you have to select the pivots, or it may be you have to go to study and you have to add pivots or floor pivots. It can be neither one of these names, and you'll have five or seven lines, like seven horizontal lines. So those seven lines will be acting as your support and resistance. So if you are going to go, I mean, if you're going for shorts like 52-week high, then what you can do is like, okay, let me open Paint at least. I can explain things better in Paint at least. Okay. In the meantime, I'll answer. So in the meantime, I'll answer the questions from Faisal. So please do post some videos on MACD and Supertrend. Okay, I'll definitely do it, Hari. It has been noted, and I'll add it to one of the forthcoming videos. We'll definitely do it. I don't know what happened to my system. It's really stopped. So to talk about pivots, right? So once you add pivot points, for example, if you have added the floor pivot, you'll get some 5 to 7 lines depending on your platform. So I'm going to do it again. So these are the ones in red denotes your resistance, whereas the lines in green denotes your support levels. Okay, so this black line denotes it is actually the pivot point. So consider the stock the previous day closed here, like it should not be in red, it is in green. So this particular stock, consider this is an Ashok line, and it has closed here, like it has closed. Have to be like this because this stock has made a new 52-week high, and it has dropped 1%, and it has actually closed 1% below the 52-week low. So consider this as a 1 hour candle. It can be any time frame. So when the stock opens next day, you will still have this the pivot points. It may have been adjusted a bit based on the next day's opening and low high values. But in simple, consider this as a static line. Okay, so if the stock opens here, so for example, if the stock opens here the next day, you have to wait. For example, this is a 52-week high stock, so it's a shorting candidate. So you should wait till this particular level. For example, till this particular red line, or 0.5% or a bit lower from this particular red line, and your entry should be around here. So your entry will automatically coincide with this particular resistance, and once it reaches this particular level, it will definitely drop. So when you talk about the stop loss, your stop loss should be above all the three resistance level, or at least above the next resistance level. So your entry should be around here, on or below the immediate resistance, and your stop loss should be above the next resistance, so it should be here, so above this particular line, and your target should be, your target one can be here. So it should be on or just above the next resistance level, like the resistance, or since the price is above this particular red line, you can even consider this as support. So your first target should be on the next pivot point, and the target 2 can be the next line. So this is how you should take a trade. So remember, this is a short trade, short. Okay. So I hope this explains how we should use the pivot. So regardless of price, regardless of whether price opens, here, it can be any pivot point. It doesn't matter at all. So only thing you have to consider here is like, these lines are important. It can be, green line, or it can be red line. These lines are important. Though it is a red line, if price is above this particular level, if it is going to come back, it will automatically act as another support. So you don't have to worry about the colors. Just have to make use of these lines for your entry and target. So if these are totally aligned with your actual calculated entry levels or planned entry levels, the chances of success is actually really high. So I hope this answers your question. So okay, haven't checked the stocks for today, Anand. So your question is on whether we can make long position on PFC as 52-week low. I'm not sure whether it has made a 52-week low and it has bounced from there. I don't have that particular list handy at this point. But if it has made a low and if it has bounced from that particular level, you can very well go ahead and take a positional long on that particular PFC stock. So coming back to the question from Rohit and Tushar, so did you guys understand how we have to use the pivot points, or is there any other question around the pivots? Okay, I'll take it as a no. Thanks, Krish. Thanks for the feedback. So any other questions, guys? Any other questions from anyone else? Okay, I'll leave the session open for another 5 minutes for any questions. We'll have there are a few more. So the next one is from Tushar. There is more than one stock to trade on tomorrow for both sides, then how will we'll select the best one or trade on all of them? Okay, that is one another interesting question, Tushar. You are actually, I think you are actually being very curious. So thanks for posting these questions. So to put it in simple terms, so if you have a number of stocks, see which one is, for example, if you have some 5 stocks that has made a 52-week low. So what you can do is like you can think more about those stocks on the previous day, like whether your entries, whatever entries that you are planning, whether it will align with these pivot points, or in case if you are using any indicator, whether it is getting aligned with those indicators, whether there are any news. So these are the basic items that you generally have to do. So in addition to that, you can compare it with our monthly trading levels if required. So I won't just generally suggest mixing 2 strategies, but if you want to do it, you can definitely cross-reference whether your entries matches with our monthly trading levels. That is one thing. But to answer your question directly, Tushar, so check whether, for example, if you have 5 stocks, check whether those 5 stocks what the stocks are doing, like whether it is dropping from the previous day's entry or whether those stocks are moving up from the entry. If it is moving up, then if it has already moved up 1 or 2% in first 5 minutes of trading, then it is definitely not the right candidate. So you can stick to the remaining three stocks that is moving down, and if it is not actually moving fast, one thing you could note is like the buyer bids versus offers. Check whether we'll call it as level 2 data reading. So what you can do is like you can check the bids versus offer for those data. So if bids, for example, if you're going long, if bids are more when you compare it with the offers, so it denotes it is a lot of buyers are waiting. So that definitely that stock will go up. So you can use this bids versus offer data to choose the right entry or the best stock to trade based on this particular strategy. So the next item is from Kamal Nath. So I wouldn't advise taking PFC for tomorrow as it might be bearish a bit this week. So actually I was out of market totally for the last 2 days. I'm not sure what is happening around this PFC. But thanks for answering this particular question, Kamal Nath. Anand, just do your research before taking up any trades. So the next item is from Anand Rajendra Prasad. How to study 52-week high if they are not part of FNO. You can still download it from either Google Sheets or or you can download it from NSC. You don't have to manually go to charts and you have to calculate it. It doesn't have to be that way. You can directly download it from NSC site. You can go to the daily archives and you can download data for any stock that you want. So yeah, thanks for answering that question, Kamal. So let's move on to the next question. So kindly explain how explain on long stock how pivot works. It's actually the same way, like it is not totally the it is totally the same way. For example, if you're going long, consider this particular item, this is an actually the reverse. So if the stock opens, around here or something the next day, your entry should be here at the support entry, and your target 1 should be here, and your target 2 should be here, and your stop loss should be here. It's as simple as that. Just if you're not sure how to use these pivots, just go read it. Just Google it and read it. You'll understand things in much better way than I have explained it here, and then you can start using it. So that's what it is. So next question is actually from Krish. Based on the 52-week high low strategy as explained by you, I traded 5 times to date and 4 times I succeeded and failed once. That is Britannia. I went up after my purchase. I could not decide the current entry price. So it's actually cool. Like as I mentioned earlier, the success rate is around 75%. So even if you are even if you are going to have few losing trades, even if your risk and reward is actually 1:1, you can still make good profits from it. So thanks for posting that, Krish. So I'm really happy for you. Please do keep doing the work. Make sure you always stick to the same positional sizing, so you don't have to unnecessarily tamper with your positional sizing, because that actually hurts a lot when it comes to trading. So discipline is more important. So hope you have maintained the same positional sizing all the 5 times. So that is more important. Discipline is more important. So hope that is happening. Any other questions from anyone else? I'll leave this window open for another 5 minutes. So uh, we'll see whether there are any other questions. So then we can take those up. Or otherwise we can wind up the session after 5 or 10 minutes. So I'll leave it open for another 5 minutes. I'll step away from my desk for just 2 to 3 minutes. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Just meantime, if you have any other questions, please do post it. Guys, I was talk. I just noticed that my mic was on mute for the last few minutes. So, are you guys are able to hear me, or did I actually talk on mute? Can anyone confirm, like whether I was answering Kalpesh question, I was answering Renel's question. So, can someone confirm, like you got the answer for those questions, or I was on mute? Please, can someone confirm, like whether okay, so till now I was talking on mute or what? Kalpesh and um, Tushar, Anil, can someone confirm whether you guys got my answer, or do I have to explain it again? Sorry, I was on mute. I didn't notice. Like I just walked away from my desk. Okay, so I was not audible. Okay, let me go back to where I left it off. Maybe I'll put everything on. I'll try to answer everything short. So we actually covered all this. We actually covered all these. So I think okay. I think this is where we should start. So Krish, I'm really happy that you made some profits in the last week. You traded 5 times and you succeeded 4 times. So one day thing is that make sure you are maintaining a good positional sizing. You are following the proper positional sizing. So then, as I mentioned earlier, the success is around 75 to 80%. So even with 1:1 risk reward, you will be able to make good amount of money with that. So I'm really happy for you. Thanks for following it diligently. So Satish, you also made some profits on Bharat Forge. Congrats. Just keep doing this on consistent basis. And Tushar, I actually answered you for a long time. Like I answered your question a lot of time, but I was on mute. Back to your question, Tushar. So you have to check whether the total buyers or buyers and sellers before entering the stock. For example, if you have selected 5 stocks for trading on the 52-week low strategy, and if you want to go long the next day, so what you can do is like in the morning, I mean, 9:15 or 9:20, you can check, the buyers versus sellers ratio. So which one is having higher number of buyers, like when it comes to percentage or when it comes to ratio, which one is having the huge number of total buyers and sellers, you can enter that particular stock. That is the key. That is what we call it as level 2 data reading. Like total buyers is total sellers. If number of buyers, total buyers is high, then the stock can move up. So that is one another confirmation. So that you can use it to decide your entries. So I hope that answers your question, Tushar. So coming to the next question. PFC. So I'm not totally sure about PFC because that is not one of the stocks that I have actually been following. So you guys have to see whether there is any news around it. As I mentioned earlier, for all the stocks that is actually been filtered out, check whether there is any news in the last 1 week or any other events that is coming up in the near future, or whether there are any other rumors floating around. And if anything is there is any news around like that, then you should definitely avoid those stocks. So I think few people have already suggested to avoid PFC. So just do your own research studies and make a call on this. So yes, Krish, I've recorded the session and we'll be uploading it after the session. I think a lot of people joined late, that is totally fine. The recording will be available. So thanks, Swatish, Gauda, and Vijay. thanks for the feedback. Only thing is like you will have to make money. So the strategy can be good, but the ultimate thing is like whether you are able to make money from it. So if you are able to do it, then that's well and good. Like then I agree that the strategy is really good. So make sure you do make money consistently. So the next item is from Tushar. Yes, you have to check total buyers and sellers before entering the stock. That is your level 2 data rating. So you can very well use it to filter down the stocks during the live market. So to answer Anil's question on whether you can purchase put based on 52-week high strategy, yes, you can definitely do it. We already talked about it in the session. So if you are going for options, you have to understand the volatility. You have to understand the time decay part. And if you're really good at options, and if you're really good at the strategy in positional cash segment for at least 2 to 4 weeks, or at least for 4 to 8 weeks, then you can go and buy puts or calls based on this particular strategy. So that is totally fine. But before that, you should master the strategy in positional cash, and also you should understand the options properly. So the next question is from Rajesh, whether option chains levels are better or also pivot points for target and stop loss. So to answer this question, actually this is a really good question. So I'll answer this question in two parts. So first thing is like if you're going for a positional trade, you can use the option chain data for your targets and stop loss. But if it is an intraday trade, you can use the pivot points and for your target and stop loss. It is as simple as that. Rajesh, this is a very, very good question. Thanks for bringing this up. So if it is a positional call, use option chain levels data for confirmation on your targets and stop loss. Whereas if it is intraday, you can stick to the pivot points. So Vinod sir has actually answered this question. So there are a lot of things going on, I believe, on PFC. So a lot of people are suggesting not to go long. So just do your own research, Satish, and you can make a call on your own. So Krish has asked for email address, and I believe Vinod Shah has actually shared it. Thanks again, Vinod sir. I really appreciate it. And back to Tushar. Yes, Tushar, it is total buyers versus total sellers. That is your data rating. So the next question is from Kalpesh. Does the 52-week high-low strategy work on only futures? No, it works on all the stocks. I think actually Vinod sir has answered it. So it works on any good liquid stocks. You can use it to trade in cash as well. So the next question is from Manil. So to make the trade profitable, what extra indicators or strategy should be followed along with 52-week high-low? To be honest, I don't use any other strategy or indicator along with 52-week high-low. But as we discussed earlier, you can use the pivot points or the option chain data as a confirmation point to this particular strategy. So that can probably be done. And next question is from Jan. I'm not able to get voice. Sorry. So it's like I was talking on mute for some 5 to 10 minutes, I think. So sorry about that. So the next question, Vinod sir has actually answered a lot of questions. Thanks a lot, Vinod sir. Thanks for doing it. So. Okay, I was talking on mute for a long time. Okay, possibly you are answering on mute. Anything for last comments. Okay, I got that. Okay, the next item it is from Jayesh. I want to know that suppose a stock of 52 weeks layout strategy, say low is 1000 and closed at 1010. So we go buy next day. So the stop loss should be 1% of the analysis of the next day. Okay, your question is on whether where to put the stop loss. So if it is a positional trade, your stop loss should be 1% from the 52-week low. So the 1% from 1000 level. So 1% of 1000. It is 989. So it should be 990, or maybe you can place it 1 rupee below that. So 989 should be your stop loss for if it is a positional trade. Whereas intraday trade, your stop loss should be 1% from your entry level. So if you enter at 1010, your stop loss should be 999. So I hope that answers your question, Jayesh. Next question is from Jan, and would Nifty trend up or down influence outcome of the strategy? So, if you take Nifty, right, if the Nifty is the driver of the market, so if Nifty is going to go down, if you are going to go on long, then it doesn't make any sense at all. Like at some point it may work, but in general, Nifty can generally drag any stock. So, just check the trend for, intraday. I'll be providing the Nifty and Bank Nifty levels on day-to-day basis. So, check how the Nifty trend is going. So, based on that, you should decide direction on which you should trade and whether you should trade on 52-week high or 52-week low. So, Nifty is very, very important when it comes to any trade. So the next question is from Ravindra. So please tell me what is it about I have just joined. Okay, I think you are very late, Ravindra. This session is actually a Q&A session for the 52-week high and low strategy that we all developed. So this is totally a Q&A session, and actually we are almost at the end of it. But the video will be available, so you can first watch the 52-week strategy video, and after that you can watch this Q&A session video. So I hope this helps. And the next item is again from Kalpesh. Is it possible for you to provide the resistance and support levels for 52-week high and low stock? You can really go and do it yourself, Kalpesh. Like you just have to add the pivot points, so that will give you the immediate support and resistance levels. And if you watch the option OI analysis video that I have shared, I have posted earlier, like you can understand what would be the support and resistance levels based on the option chain data. So you can use any one, like when you are using going for position or intraday trading based on your type of trade, you can get support and resistance levels yourself. You don't have to depend on anyone. The objective here is to be independent, right? So that is what we are trying to do here as well. So do it. Do it. Share your details, share your findings, and if it is not right, I will, I'll give the corrections that you need to do. So it is as simple as that. You don't have to be dependent on someone throughout your trading career. So that is not the intention here. You should be independent. So that is what we are all trying to achieve. Right? So do it. Maybe for the first 1 week or so, it will be really difficult, but after that, it will be really easy for you and easy for everyone as well. Anything else, guys? It's almost been 2 hours now. I hope, I'm actually really happy that we didn't have any audio, video, or buffering issues. That is really happy part of today's session. One big headache is gone. Thanks for everyone who gave me some insights on where things could have gone wrong with respect to this audio and video. That actually really helped that outcome we are actually seeing in today's session. Thanks everyone for that. So back to the chat. There is another question from Krish. On your other recommendation, do you still feel Reliance can cross 1,000 in March? So go back and check the monthly levels, Krish. So there is a resistance at 960 and 990 levels, and if it is broken, then Reliance can touch 1,000. But it totally depends on market. We still have a very long way to go in March. You almost have 4 full weeks. So I don't see any reason to doubt this particular analysis, Krish. But when it comes to market, market is the king. So if it is not going to happen, I'll definitely roll my contract again to April. It is as simple as that. But I'll wait for it. I'll stick to my resistance and support levels. As I mentioned earlier, if 960 is not going to hold, I'll buy a P. And same goes when it comes to 990. You can just check the monthly levels. The target is even revised 20 points up. It is now 1035, right? So that is our target for March. So you just have to hold on to your trades when everyone panics. So that is the key to success here. So maybe the market is in such an oscillation, there might be some delay. That doesn't matter. Like if my target is planned for 1 month, and if it is something totally went wrong, but if I feel my target can be achieved next month, I won't see any reason for closing that particular trade. So just have to hold on to it for some more time. That is the way I see it. So I'll wait for 1,000 levels. That will definitely happen very soon. I hope that happens in March. So, but for now, if you want to track this, you can definitely go ahead and use the monthly levels tracker. I hope you guys remember we bought few call options for March as well, like 11.300, 11.400, 11.500. One of these three we were bought. So I'm still holding. It is almost went to zero, I believe. So I have taken 10,500 actually. So it almost went to 1 rupee. But I'm still holding it. Anything can happen. So it's fine. If you have followed the proper position sizing, you don't have to worry about anything. So you just have to stick to your trades. You just have to hold on. Even if it turns out to be zero, I just update it in our channel. That's as simple as that. There's nothing to hide here. So it's some trades go wrong, but I still believe there is a chance for a bigger rally in the near future. So let's see how it goes. So thanks, Ed. Thanks for the great words again. Back to Jan. Ram, could you please share the time of this live session? From Telegram pin message, I thought it would be 10 to 12 a.m., but it seems to be evening Sundays. Jan, it's all the timings mentioned in the Telegram channel. It is on. It is IST timings. So I clearly mentioned it like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. 10 p.m. So we have actually started the session on the same timings. So I'm not sure which time zone you are following. If you are following different time zone, what I will do is I'll add the timestamp along with it so that it will be clear for you guys. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll definitely do it, Jack. I'll do it going forward. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm really sorry. I believe I'm actually pronouncing your name wrong. Sorry about that. Regarding the timings, yes, going forward, I'll post it with the time zone so that you can understand it better. So I posted it at 8 to 10 p.m. So today, that is actually Sunday evening here. So going forward, I'll mention the timestamp as well. Anyone else has any other questions or comments here? Any questions? Anything else? Anything else in general? My analysis starts after the session, so if we are done, that's fine. Maybe I'll wind up the session and then we'll go and start with my analysis for today. Okay. Thanks, Rajesh. Thanks for your words, your great words. It really means a lot to me. Um, yes, that is the actual intention. Like we have to encourage a lot of people. Like I am encouraging people like Sir and the Devil's Market and few other guys like Savita ma'am and a lot of others who are followers of my channel or our channel to support others. So these people are learning and they actually started contributing with whatever information that they have. So if everyone starts with it, we I hope we really can make a real good trading community. So that is the actual intention as well. Let's see how it goes. I'm staying positive. I hope you guys are staying positive as well. Thanks, Rajesh. Thanks for your words. Samir, sure, I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely upload the session as a video in YouTube, so you can go and watch it. Any other questions or comments or anything in general, guys, that you want to discuss? I'll leave the session open for another 5 minutes. Till nothing else, we can close it. So tomorrow's market, if you look at SGX, it is in positive. When I last looked at it, it is positive. I hope that is based on the Northeast election verdict. There can be some fake movements, even if it is going to be, it should be a gap of and market will come down and cover the gap and then it bounce from there again. So that is a short view. We'll see how it goes. Like I actually have to start analysis for tomorrow after the session, so I don't have anything handy to explain it in a much better way. So thanks, Cynthia. Thanks, Jayesh. Thanks for your words. Thanks, Kamalnath. Can we have a session for Bank Nifty and Nifty option dogs? Yes, yes, Kamalnath. We'll have a session sometime next week. It can be on the Saturday or Sunday. I don't want you guys to get disturbed on Sunday. Actually, I do spend my time with my family on Sunday. It is how it goes, but I had to shift plans this week because there were not enough queries raised on Friday, so I had to change my schedule and. So I don't know how you guys have your plans for family. So we can definitely plan it next week on Nifty and non-Nifty options. We can do it. So maybe it can be Saturday or Sunday. You guys decide it, and based on we can do it. Yeah. Thanks everyone. I hope there's no other questions. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for your time. Hope the session is useful. Start practicing it. Only with that you'll get better. So thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate that. See you next time. Bye. Have a good night. So,